Hey my boy, thanks for the round. Okay, so dude, there's so much good stuff. Okay, so you just gotta manage your expectations and your emotions a little bit better. Excuse me. Just understand again how much we've changed in the swing, but also how dynamic your swing is. Okay, so your swing has become very dynamic very quickly, and you just sometimes can't control it. Okay, and that will get better the more you practice, and you just have to believe in it, believe in your golf swing, believe in those good shots. Okay, and just have a little bit more patience. Right, it would help if you didn't spend so many shots putting and maybe saved a couple of shots with a short game. So when you did it a bit of a bad one, you turned it into a par or a bogey instead of a straightaway double. Obviously, you're spending quite a few shots off the tee, and again, it's a lot to do with how dynamic your golf swing is, and maybe the driver doesn't quite suit you. But tactically, you can switch, and you've got to then practice that 4-iron off the tee, or find yourself a 2-iron or a 3-wood. Practice that, but there's nothing massively wrong with it. It's just not synchronized, okay? And then obviously the alignment's still an issue. So the shoulder and face alignment just don't match. Okay, so like 1 and 2, the shoulders are open, the face is square. Okay, and then later in the round, the shoulders are square, but the face is now closed. So if you swing on line, it's going to be a draw, and if you don't, and you try and hold it off, and it's going to be that horrible push thing. So we've got this sort of double cross thing going. And because I think you're not exactly sure where it's going, then you kind of aim straight. Okay, and then your dispersion could be either side. So, you're really kind of cutting the fairway in half, and then really not knowing which side you're missing. Okay, it's not hugely technical. I mean, a little bit, but mostly it's controlling that swing, synchronizing that swing, okay, and then matching the shoulder and face alignment, okay, to know and learn what you're trying to do. Okay, iron's pretty much the same. A lot better. No major mishits, no major dispersion factor, side spin, anything like that. Just that one mishit on 15, and that is a little bit of sequencing, a little bit of posture. So if anything technical, I would say, every now and then the arms go first and the posture gives way and everything's a little bit out, but it's really minor. Okay, it's really, really minor. Overall, very, very good. I will say that I think the backswing, the full swing backswing is a little bit inconsistent. Okay, sometimes it's a little bit flatter and deeper, and then sometimes it's a little more upright and longer. So maybe we need to kind of look at that in our next session and get that backswing a little more consistent. But in terms of what we're trying to do with the face, square the face, stay in our posture, release the club, it's all there. You just can't control it yet. And then your short game makes your score elevate, and then obviously emotionally you get frustrated. Okay. Wedges, again, nothing hugely technical. Okay, you've just got to be disciplined enough of where is my low point. I mean, you just hit 3 or 4 wedges, you just hit behind the golf ball. Okay, the one on 8, you're maybe a little bit on your heels in the setup, but other than that, okay, no huge issues. You've just got to control your low point. It's just skill. Okay, just practice and go, right, that's where my low point is, that's where I'm contacting the golf ball. The divots all looked on line. Okay, they were nice and wide, face to target was all looking really, really good. They were just hit behind the golf ball. Okay, I think you did it 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so a little bit of work on that in your warm-ups and stuff. Okay, short game overall much better striking, much better landing spots, much better shot selection. Okay, no real mishits with the short game, so that was really good. And then putting. Okay, so then, I guess, especially big misses off the tee and then putting, that's where you spend a lot of shots, and you just spend shots. And then obviously emotionally it makes a big dent in your confidence and in your patience. So it's got to work hard on that putting. 2 major things. The first thing is the hands get really hard on the downswing, so they're really losing that tempo and that strike. Okay, we've got to keep the firmness of the hands, okay, and the tempo of the stroke way more consistent. All right. But then I think you can read a little bit better sometimes, especially the longer ones. So I want you to start reading from the side, okay, checking the elevation changes and going, okay, this one is medium fast or fast medium, okay, or really fast or really slow. Slow, medium, medium, slow. So use your scales and just figure out that distance control, but it's going to be hard if the hands are gripping the putter on the way down, and then obviously accelerating and giving the ball a bit of a hit. Okay, then obviously a couple of times the touch and the confidence then goes. So you've got to get that firmness of the hands and the tempo consistent, then your touch and your green reading can improve. Okay, it did improve on the back nine, okay, but it was quite poor in the beginning, and I think that already made you feel sort of a little bit down, and certainly worse than what was actually going on out there. Okay, so that's your work. Nothing particularly new, I guess, but maybe switch it now more to small things, execution work, alignment, low points, obviously some putting work, and then real mental work. Okay, so really get that mental game dialed in. It fluctuated. It was actually better from the last time we played and spoke, but it fluctuated. There were moments where you did get upset, or you kind of just didn't care, and then you got it back. Then there was some negative self-talk, and then there was some really positive self-talk. Okay, so it is also improving. Just got to stick with it, and those mid to low 70s will come back again, just like they did 2.5 weeks ago. Okay, so keep it up, and let me know if you have any questions.